competency model. Our team member is Kim Sung-gyal, Shin Jong-yeon, and Jang Yoo-bin. From now on, I would like to start our presentation. Our presentation is going to talk about definition and necessity of competency, and then we'll talk about the history of competency and competency model. Finally, we'll talk about the need to change the competency model, and then we'll represent our real competency model. First of all, we should talk about the definition of competency. It is represented by David McQueen. It is something that makes difference between common performer and super performer. So if common performer gets competency, ordinary performer can be a super. This figure is article model of Spencer and Spencer. This shows that competency has 5 different elements, and knowledge and technology is tangible, but motives, identities, characteristics are intangible. So what we have to focus in intangible things that usually don't change. While searching for the definition of competency, we could figure out many people have studied competency, and we could find out the commonalities between their definition. Performance results, goal achievement, roles, personal trait, regulatory standard, measurable behavior, and consistency. So why HRDR have to focus on the competency? For the company survival, competitive advantage element is very important. For example, finance, capital, techniques, and HR. According to the change of society and industry, importance of HR has increased. So the human competency is the subject of HRD and HRM. And we cannot analyze current but foreseeing preceding HRD. What does this mean? Competency required for HRD are these: read, analysis, and establishment of the education system, with network and partner relationship, insight into the business, and strategic thinking. Let's look more closely from now on. Take a look at the flow of competency. First, the chart above shows the concept and role of HRD, represented by Rosenberg in 2007. Since the 1970s, the expansion of HRD specialization and the expansion of roles have also changed, and the competency need for HRDR to successfully perform related tasks. First, the focus shifts from training to learning, understanding, ranging from technical to strategic and transformation, and function shift from training management to human resource development, promotion of change, and the purpose has changed from the trained manpower to organizational learning based innovation. So what is the flow of competency? In the past, individual-centered training, learning and changing, knowledge development, technology development, establish motivation, analysis, and training are important. But from now, change has happened. The important competency is concrete actions, support organizational change, reactive situation, focus performance, promotion and development, observation and measurement, improve performance, and understand business. Also, as the HRD domain has shifted from individual-centered training to organizational performance, enhancement, and change, HRDR have added competency in understanding of management and business, as well as learning and change, organizational thinking. Below are 5 key features of current competencies: performance relevance, job relevance, strategic orientation, observability, measurability. So what about the future? Let's thinking about it.
About how the changes are shown in the ATD model. So these are 2 models suggested by ATD, and the former one is on the left, and it was conducted in 2003. So it's categorized into 3 areas. So the first one is foundational competencies. It represents the basic skills and knowledge required for most individuals. And the areas of expertise is specific roles and knowledge for specific roles. And the last one, workplace learning and roles are combinations of the two. So it's more fragmented approach to the competency. But on the right, you will see the new version. It was conducted in 2013, and if you look at it, it's simplified into two areas, just foundational competencies and TD areas of expertise. And you'll see new concepts like global mindset and performance improvements and change management. So I thought it's really important to realize what's happening around us before we create a model. So if you look at this, these are current trends that we've been noticing, and this is called the emergence of fourth industrial revolution. And many industries around the world are notifying prevalent drivers that are causing changes in global workforce. So if you look at some of the drivers, you will see climate change, changing the nature of work, it's becoming more flexible, and you'll see big data, mobile internet, and cloud technology. And these factors are bringing new paradigm shift. And we view the rise of 3D printing, additive manufacturing, robotics, and etc. as the Industry 4.0, and we are saying that we are already in that era. In this era, big data will give deeper insights on the consumers, allowing extensive choices of their taste. Internet will be connected to immeasurable number of devices. New forms of technology will be formed and will be widely used. And what's important for us to realize is that we need to equip and readjust ourselves for this paradigm shift. Because it's only a short amount of time that big data and smart machines will take over routine tasks. 3D printing tech will substitute for manufacturing and production lines and roles, and work will become possible anytime and anywhere. So this is why we need to ask ourselves what skills, what knowledge and attitudes, aka competency, will be required in this setting. According to the Future of Jobs report by the World Economic Forum, complex problem solving was considered as core required skills in 2020, especially in the field of professional services and communication technologies, because it expects more complex and analytical close to the trend. And if you look at the social skills perspective, emotional intelligence and teaching will be more in higher demand. And content skills like cognitive flexibility have been listed as growing part of the core skills. And automatic characteristic of the field requests more responsibility on the maintenance area. So these are some of the skills that Economic Forum have suggested that will be needed in the upcoming future. And with these changes and demand have been set, the next presenter will discuss how these attributes will be addressed in our new model.
So the development of technology and HRD, also competency model has to change for the future. Therefore, our team made a new competency model for the fourth industrial revolution. And this model is based on ASTD model, and we made a transformation. The previous ASTD model has 6 foundations, but we changed into big 3 categories. The global mindset and interpersonal skills are changed into relationship. What we focused on is the importance of global mindset. Not just interpersonal or domestic cooperations, we thought global cooperation will be increased. And also, as the development of technology, there will be less human and more computers. It means that a new form of cooperation will be changed. So, in this category, the trust and communication will be important. Next, technology literacy and personal skills are changed into technology and specialization, and including creativity and combination, the personal skills are concluded. We thought not not just own personal skills and technology ideas, we thought creativity and combination is needed. Because about combination, we thought just one specialization field is not enough for the better performance. And also compared to computers, human has to develop their own creativity. Finally, not just industry knowledge and business skills, we thought instructional design is needed. So the knowledge for the system and the flexibility, and last, the learning is best for the survivor of company. Therefore, each of the employees must develop these foundations. So each of the foundations are connected to T&D area of expertise, relationship to training development, coaching and talent integrating, personal skill to knowledge transformation, and last, organization to change management, learning program, and evaluating learning impact. In the training development, we thought that new method is needed, like smart learning. So this smart learning will help employees to learn more easily and more effectively. And previous, the knowledge management is transformed to knowledge transformation. In the future, the technology has improved. We thought that knowledge storage, more than knowledge storage, we thought the usage of knowledge is much more important. So, each of the employees learn the transformation of knowledge to valuable knowledge. And finally, organizational area. We thought change management is very important. As the society moves very fast in the future, the change management and flexibility is much more important to survive and better performance. So, finally, including all these categories we made into a big, main new form of competency model. There are 3 foundations and connected to T&D area, and all is up to performance improvement. And this is our end of presentation. Thank you for listening.